Welcome to Honest Feedback, the podcast where deep truth meets bold transformation. We've created this podcast for spirit-led individuals just like you.
Seekers of truth, personal growth, and meaningful connection. Whether you're navigating life's big questions, craving more joy and fulfillment, or simply looking for honest, relatable conversations, you're in the right place.
Through personal stories, actionable advice, and transformative insights, our ultimate goal is to empower you to create a life that's overflowing with pleasure, purpose, and authenticity.
We know you're capable of incredible things, so let's make it happen together. Welcome back to Honest Feedback. It is our first episode of the season. Season 5?
5.
What? We're doing it.
Yeah,
we did it. You know, it's really awesome. We've got to tell the people early on.
Yeah.
We're like, we're going to make this up. We're going to make this podcast.
Yeah.
And Britt's like, well, you know, a lot of podcasts don't make it past 3 episodes. And
Yeah.
I was like, I commit with my heart's fire that to doing this show for 5 years.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're about to do our 5th season.
Oh my gosh. Year 5, guys. Can you believe it?
Woo. Wow. We did it. And, you know, thank you for being patient with us while we take a nice extended hiatus. We were living life, and a lot has happened over here in the King residence. A lot. Life has been juicy and spectacular, and things will unfold. We will tell you about said things as the time comes.
Yeah.
But we're super stoked about this episode. What are we doing today, babe?
We're having your other business mates on.
Is that what we're called? Business mates?
I don't know. Business fellows? Co-founders?
Yeah.
Co-founders. Well, we're talking about transformation. We're practitioners. A lot of the people in our lives are practitioners or facilitators of some sort. A lot of you who are listening are also practitioners and facilitators or coaches and things of that sort. Yeah. So Lisset and her co-founders created a space called Mastery Mornings to support practitioners. And so I'm so excited to have them on. You actually might know both of them. They both have been on the podcast. Dr. Chloe Hom, she came on to talk about burnout.
Yes.
And entrepreneurs and burnout. And Kyle Tennyson, he came on and we were talking about growth and
finding your tribe.
That's
what it was.
Yeah, so both incredible episodes. Definitely tune in, and they are back, and it's all of them together.
Yeah. We made a little business baby. We birthed something together.
Yeah.
And it has been incredible. We created a space for people to gather, get some coaching, get some lessons, and get some action done. So it's like a really high frequency, high mileage space for people to get action and movement in their business or whatever you're creating. Like, come and play with us. So I'm excited to tell you about it. Yeah, but should we give them a ring?
Yes, but first, take the time right now to like, subscribe, share this with a friend. Let's keep this podcast growing and moving.
Yeah. All right, now let's call them. Hey guys, we're so excited to have you on our podcast. It's not like I don't see you every Tuesday, but I'm especially excited to see you here on a little Honest Feedback podcast.
Thanks for having us.
So excited to be here.
Yay! This is the dream team, y'all. Triangles are one of the most sturdy shapes in nature. Talk to anybody who's been to ancient Egypt. That's how a lot of things get built. And I'm so happy to have this Triforce trifecta here with us. And I mean, not only did you guys build something together, y'all are the homies, right? Yeah.
That's
Yes.
right,
For those listening, they are nodding enthusiastically.
yeah. Right. We have to speak. I forgot. Sorry.
They are the non-Korean K-pop.
I mean, one of us is Korean.
So we are.
Yeah.
We are K-pop.
Yes, you are K-pop. Huntrix, get ready. But what is your origin story? What's your Huntrix origin story?
Something that I could start off with sharing is that we all met as students, and it was really cool, the evolution of how it evolved into meeting as evaluators like a year later. I remember meeting Lisset through a mutual friend, Sam, at off of the training off hours, and we were enjoying a margarita. And I just remember I wrote in my journal, Lisset is really cool. I hope we stay friends. And that was
Oh,
Your
what
me too.
journal.
I'll send you the photo of it
I didn't
back
know
in
that.
Yeah.
2022 or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Hmm.
And then Kyle also met him as we were students at trainers. This is NLP trainers training
Hmm.
under a tree. Well, we knew each other beforehand, but where we like connected was
The
when I
drop
was
in.
dissolving into tears
Yeah.
under a tree at the hotel. And he's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "No." So I knew he was a real one.
We
Yeah.
we held
Yeah.
some space, we did some energy, we blasted some baggage, and we got back into power state.
And
Yeah.
then I love the way that Lisette shared the origin story of like us at the burger place where this initially started.
Yeah. Yeah. So I fell in love with Kyle the moment I met him, curly haired baddie.
Which was also
How
over
can
a
you not?
margarita, I think.
Almost probably margarita.
Tequila keeping people together.
I know, starting with lubricating social interactions since the beginning of time. But I met Kyle. I thought he was beautiful, just inside and out. And we actually had matching tattoos. He has a flower of life on his chest. And I was like, hey. And so we connected that way. I knew he was a badass. I knew Chloe was a badass. And I want to say I initiated it because I had plans. I was like, and I was like, you guys want to go for a burger? And what I wanted to do was for us to do breakthrough round robins. I thought they were the sharpest people in the whole freaking company. Like anyone I'd met, I was like, these two know what they're fucking doing. And so I was like, do you guys want to trade magic? Because I wanted to see their magic and receive their magic.
Mhm.
And it was an enthusiastic yes, I believe.
Yeah, I had the same sentiment of like the two sharpists in the room that I was like, oh, and at the time I was working with the company, so I had this weird little ambiguous like I need to be professional, and then I also want to like hang out with my homies that I'm meeting, and so there's like some secret sauce behind the scenes magic happening there too. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it was pretty mutual in that we all really, I don't know, looked up to each other in some way.
Hmm.
Yeah.
As the quote goes, real, recognize real.
Yeah, that's true.
Is
Absolutely.
that from Dr. Dre? No, I'm kidding.
It is, I think so.
Yeah, so you guys are all master practitioners of NLP, trainers of NLP, and you started trading the breakthrough. So, like, for people who maybe are new to our podcast or new to what, like, I mean, what's a breakthrough? Why would you trade these things?
Oh
What's
my
the magic?
gosh. Breakthroughs are like full of magic and it's absolute like, quadruple level up, maybe 10 times level up. And I think at that moment when Lisette offered this idea, I was like, oh, like please, yes. Like I need one of those. And I think money was even tight at the time, so it's like free breakthrough sounds great. And then being able to share my experience and learn from them, like there was so much synergy there that it was just like even more exciting. But a breakthrough session essentially is dropping deep, deep, deep down into the structure of how you're creating your reality and finding what the three of us have coined as the cognitive mirage, which is this
Mm.
like deeply rooted false narrative that we're latched onto and we think is absolute truth, but is really just kind of fucking with us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we go all the way down into the recesses of your mind and clear that stuff out of the way, the baggage, the limiting decisions, limiting beliefs, so that you can come back home to yourself, really.
Mhm. Powerful. Yeah, I've experienced many at the behest of these, or as the receiver from these beautiful folks. And like, I love how you describe it as a cognitive mirage
Hmm.
because it does feel so true
Yeah.
until you're on the other side and you're free and you're like, I didn't say that. I would never say that. And they're like, well, there's a recording of you saying it. So here we go. Let's roll back the tape. Okay, so what happened the first time you guys did this little hodgepodge of magic?
I could paint the picture where we knew that even though as practitioners we have worked with our clients virtually, this required in-person work. And this is part of why we are creating a program that has in-person work as the core part of it as well, because there needed to be an opportunity to also be in the same space. So we retreated to nature to the woods where Kyle lived at the time, and it gave us the opportunity to drop into a really magical container. I think that even as soon as we landed and the circumstances in our other areas of life during that time was also perfect. Plus, it was like a full moon in sidereal Scorpio
Mm-hmm.
at the time. And so it was just like ripe, of course, for the right thing at the right time. And the question was, what happened?
Yeah, like what was that?
Yeah, well, I could say that what I witnessed was mastery. Like these two going at it. Like, you're taking your notes and you're like, what you doing over there? Like, how you doing that over there? And there was just like something I would notice how Chloe took her notes. I was like, that's superior to how I'm doing it. And then I watched how Kyle set energy and I was like, well, I'm going to be adopting that. And then I watched them have their profound breakthroughs that I've always been a witness of for all of my clients. And at the same time, there was just this like up leveling of being able to see someone else do it that, just wasn't offered before.
Mhm.
And it how it up leveled me, even at being a practitioner, just having two sets of eyes, or being a client in the space, there were two sets of eyes, and I would find myself stepping out, and then I'd come in and burst into tears because they found it together. They would just be like, "Oh my God!" And that it up leveled was those breakthroughs like changed our lives in massive ways. We knew there was just we were onto something beautiful.
And so then what inspired you guys from this to start Mastery Mornings?
We knew even at the conception of the hypothesis that we were playing with that it was going to be for others who have walked similar paths and providing them with a space where they could be held so that, like, from our view, selfishly, we would know that there's a ripple effect through them to their clients and then their clients' communities, a positive change
Mhm.
for the collective consciousness.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, I mean, we could do monthly things. Well, no, let's do weekly.
Yeah.
We could show up for this. And that became Mastery Mornings. And it was a really cool iteration I could share from like someone who loves learning about business, entrepreneurship, where we just launch the minimum viable product.
Mhm.
And it was like, here's what we're doing. We posted on Facebook and Instagram, and if you want to come, join us. And then we were like bootstrapping it.
We decided we would start Mastery Mornings. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
We need to create something that helps people like us because we've been helping each other. We were each other's support system in the business of coaching, in the business of breakthroughs. And so we decided we would start Mastery Mornings. And I gotta toss it back to Chloe because I am an idea person and a visionary for sure. Chloe is a fucking producer and executor. She is the roomie of the group. When we want to rest, she pulls out outfits for us from behind. So when we finally decided to do it, like honestly, Chloe and Kyle, because they're both like this beautiful tech support combination. They really just ran with it. I got to just show up and be talent, much like this podcast. And so
We've got some heavy Virgo over here for sure.
Yeah, Virgo placements.
Uh-huh.
Virgo, Capricorn, Stellium. And what I really want to highlight from what Lisette shared is that we thought about what we were benefiting from in having each other and threw around different ideas of how we could deliver that same benefit to a larger scale of practitioners who we know were looking for that support, that community, and that space where they could be them, both as that powerful practitioner that they are, and as the human that has real human problems is.
It's really like that. I think the thing that really is the under current for all three of us is the being a part of that ripple effect, where we show up and we do our work, show up for each other, and we support each other in doing our work, and that ripples out beyond us into not just our clients, but our community. And so I think this was really an answer to that deeper purpose of being a part of that bigger transformation for all of us, right? Like what's the, Chloe, what's the quote that we all rise higher together, or the community? Do you remember?
A rising tide lifts all ships.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
that one, but if you want to go far, if you want to go
That one.
fast,
That's the one I'm thinking
go
of.
alone. If you want to go far, go together. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one I was thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just like, we want to continue showing up, and I think that we got to a place within our own inner selves of showing up for ourselves, and that's just the natural next step, is to let that overflow from our inner space into the people around us and the people we care about. So Mastery
Yeah.
Mornings was really a very natural next step.
Yeah, I mean, I love the space. It's Tuesday mornings, y'all, and it's free. It's really fantastic to be in a space that's curated with other practitioners, other coaches, other people who are trying to lead and make a difference in their life. And something that I love is that all of you have your own special sparkle gift. So, would each of you want to say like what you feel your own gift is, or can the other two say what you think the gifts are of each one? Think I like that one first. Okay,
Yeah.
so Kyle, you're
Yeah.
gonna receive first. Chloe and Lisette, what do you guys think is Kyle's special?
Oh, this is so fun. Side quest. Okay. So I will start. One of the things I love about Kyle as a coach, there is no lube in the most beautiful way. He gets he gets to the root of your problem. He attacks it so directly that it's just like, oh, like it kind of, for me, he stuns my baggage. It's just like, holy shit. And that directness is something that I admire and have been able to bring into my work. But the honesty and you could feel his heart in it. There's just so much love in who he is as a coach. I just feel really deeply loved by him. Chloe, you want to tackle Kyle?
Yeah, what I'll share is, as a person and as a practitioner, Kyle has a very admirable ability to see the unseen. And at a layer deeper than that, do the work in a way that's also unseen, but the results are felt. So, wizardry.
Kyle, this is the part where you own something. What do you feel is
Keeps cutting me
path?
off.
Yeah. Oh, with me, you're always gonna have to own yourself too.
One of the gifts that I feel like I bring to the table, which is, it has a shadow side, so like I have to really work on this, but like I can always find the thing that can be upgraded. The shadow side is I can find what's wrong. So if I, drop into this in a way that is aligned, I can always see like what is being where the catch is, like what's being held back, and pretty quickly find that pathway down to that cognitive mirage, which is probably like it's like very easy for me. I just see the path, which is why I think Lisette calls it, just kind of getting cutthroat right into it. It's like, oh, it's right here. Like let's deal with this right here. You're like,
Yeah.
and so
My precious.
yeah, exactly. I think that's my strongest suit there. I try to bring some compassion into it too. Hugs and kisses as we go. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to be able to map it out and find the limitations, the self-imposed limitations, so that we can break through it.
Awesome.
Love it.
Yay. Well, what do you two feel is Chloe's special sauce?
Uh, Chloe is full of wonders. I mean, for Lisette and I'll speak for myself, but just like the level of organization and just like the business and all these things that like help support the three of us is really like next level beautiful. I also think that like Chloe has her Amakua is the shark, and if you want to add an extra flavor to it, a Pokemon shark. And I think that says a lot about, she has a ferociousness about her as well, and she's not afraid to go all the way to the depths of everything. So it's definitely something that I look up to her for as well.
Dr. Chloe is my Chuck Norris, and now that Chuck Norris has transitioned, there is only Dr. Chloe.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
There is only Dr. Chloe in my heart and my soul. No, truly, one of the things I love about her is how compassionate in every moment, anytime I've ever needed any support. She just shows up with her whole chest and with so much love. And she just gives and gives and gives. She's so abundant and generous with her gifts, and she has so many of them. And so, honestly, I don't think Mastery Mornings would be what it is if there was not a Dr. Chloe driving the ship, constantly pulling out outfits for us to put on. She is the engine of this beautiful ship that we're running, for sure.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you for that. I think something that I'm really proud of more recently than really any time up until this point is finally being willing to own the gifts that are tangible and intangible, whether it's the systems or the Pikachu sharkness, and having fun with it so that it becomes an opportunity to allow others to also find their Pikachu shark or whatever it is for them, or to provide the structure for them to flow.
Mm. Mm. Yay. Okay, you guys do Lisette.
I'm ready. I
The
received.
the thing the thing that I love about Lisette the most is the I don't even know what the word is, but I would say magic, but it's like the wand behind the magic, like the showmanship that you bring to the table. Like for me, I'm just like, okay, blast energy done. Like it's almost flat, like it's almost boring in a way. And I've learned so much about how much more powerful the experience can be when you add a little sparkle to it. And watch actually both of you do this, Brittany and Lisette, and it's shown me how much more beautiful an experience can be and how much that adds to it, not just as like a sparkle, but as like it actually creates this depth and this like multifaceted experience about it. And I've learned a lot in that way. So your style is my favorite thing. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
What comes to mind for Lisette is how much I have appreciated her embodiment of the internal work,
Mm.
and simply her being has broken perceived limitations on what I thought was possible.
Mm.
Oh, guys.
I can echo that too.
What are you owning, baby?
I own I own that my greatest gift of being an emotional ninja is like how I love people into their greatness. I think I'm able to like, oh, is that the worst terrible thing you did? Get over here. Come on. And for that creates this human element with clients
Mm.
that just like, it doesn't matter what you've been through. You can and deserve just a life without limits.
Mm. It's so beautiful. I love it. So it's like you guys all have your incredible gifts. You blend them together to help serve other practitioners and so that they can create massive transformational experiences. So I kind of have like a spicy question, but what's something that you feel like most practitioners are getting wrong when they're trying to help people change? Like where are people kind of like missing it?
Mm,
The power of transformation, the change that they seek, they put it on the technique or the tool versus owning that it's from them and their belief in or confidence in the tool, technique, the methodology is a large part of the medicine. Just like 93% of communication is paralinguistic cues, it's nonverbal, the words are 7%.
mhm,
It's why, I mean, I'm pretty sure we could all agree NLP is not the only way to cause change. It's
mhm.
not the only way to change beliefs. And we are all trainers of NLP.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. I
We were
would
just
say,
talking about. Oh, Yeah, we were just the three of us were just talking about this. I think was it yesterday? How like NLP is just made up.
Yes,
And
yes.
like, all this stuff is just made up. Even the Hawaiian the Hawaiian magic and the lineage, like all that stuff is just a structure for understanding how to interact with like universal energy.
Hmm.
And there's like getting back down to the roots of it, like the foundation of it. Yeah, yeah, like that's where the power is. It's not in the smoke and mirror show of what we're using with your conscious mind
Yeah.
to create the change. That's just like a signpost pointing toward the thing.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
think that kind of points, like if we chunk up there, haha,
Yeah. Hmm.
to them thinking it has to be harder than it needs to be. And I know
Hmm.
Lisette and Brittany both have been great stewards of exemplifying that it doesn't have to be as hard as we think it needs to be in order for it to be as valuable, pleasurable, delightful.
Yeah.
And it really is.
Hmm.
That's actually the thing I wanted to give props to all three of you actually, because I think my brain really would love to make it all really hard. It's like some kind of like I need to suffer to succeed programming in my
Mm-hmm.
head,
Oh yeah.
and all
Uh-huh.
three of you have over and over and over reminded me of this, and like I have on my wall over there. The more I relax, the more I receive, and this is a lesson that I am repeatedly reminded because of the three of you. So, yeah,
Mm.
that's a big one, Chloe, for sure.
Yeah. They took the words right out of my mouth. It's people get so stuck in this is how I learned to do this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they are stuck in their manual, or they're stuck looking at the thing, or they're memorizing things when all change is in that connection.
Mm.
The connection you have with the client, the vision you can hold of the client coming to their highest end results. And if you hold that internal representation of where they're going,
Mm-hmm.
you can truly follow your soul and your spirit all the way there.
Mm-hmm.
These are just that you have this. I used this on another call the other day. NLP is wonderful. It's like all the ingredients you could possibly need it. So your kitchen is stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Change work is cooking,
Mm.
and people try to turn it into baking.
Yeah.
They're like, what are the exact steps? And it's like, it needs to be so precise. It's like, no, it's cooking. What do you want to eat today? How would you like to change today? And the magic comes in being able to trust yourself in what is the next step.
Mm.
And what I added to that when you shared that, if this is the call that you're thinking about, is how fun it is to have gotten to a point where we are like Thor just holding out his hand and we are in the battle, we are in the breakthrough session, we're in the coaching session, and then zoom, the tool just comes to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like, let's fit this one. Is this the right one? I don't know.
Mm.
Wait, what are we actually doing right now? And it's
Mm.
Yeah.
just like you are there and it's like, okay, and then it's gone.
Mm. Well, I mean, yeah, I so resonate with what you guys are saying, and like it is it's an art form. There's magic. What I guess, why do you feel so many practitioners plateau after they like get certified? It's like I did the thing, I took the course, I studied for these hours, and then like bubkiss. Like they're stagnant. They're stuck in their heads. They're
Yeah. Well, it is a lot of information.
Mhm.
It is a lot of information, and people could get stuck in, well, I need to know all of this before I move forward. I'm like, that is a 300-page manual right here. And it's this when I will do that when I do this.
Mm.
And I remember one of the things that our teacher said from the front of the room was, you can turn this into a business. And I remember in my head, I was like, bet. Like, I'm going to do this come hell or high water. And I was one of the people that just stumbled my way into making it a business. But most people just go, I don't know what to actually do with this.
Mm.
In my opinion, that's what I've heard the call has been.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, this is really just the beginning, and like the learning the tools, or like learning this tool or that tool, that whatever, doesn't have to be NLP per se. But I think what we're all kind of head nodding toward is like, at this point, we're taking everything that we've learned. Like, I don't do anything the same way that I learned it in prac or master prac. I've added in my own flavors. I pulled things from other teachers like James Clear or
Mhm.
DiMartini, and
Mhm.
I have this metamorphosis of what I actually teach now. And it's like we're always evolving. And I think if you're getting stuck, if you feel like things are a little stagnant or you're not able to move forward in a way, it's like, bring something new in, like find some inspiration. Like there's more expansion to be had. Not there's what's the phrase? Not all teachings are in any one school. So I think that
Mhm.
it's always worth learning more and more and more.
Mhm.
Two things I'll add to that is number one, if you listened to what Lisette shared and how she approached the material and her goals, it was a decision. She's
Mhm.
like, okay, this is what I want, and I'm going to do it.
Mhm.
So we know this from interviewing a lot of the practitioners who are interested in working with us to improve their breakthrough sessions, to level up their coaching practice, that maybe not until the interview with us have they actually realized they haven't yet owned what they truly want. And therefore, the action, it's negotiable. They can
Mhm.
rationalize not taking action because they
Mhm.
don't know enough. They're not ready to do a breakthrough session outside the training. And additionally, there's a great book from Erickson and Poole called Peak, related to
Mhm.
peak performance. And one of the things that really stood out for me from that book is how he shares the story of two groups of swimmers. There's professional swimmers, there's amateur swimmers. And the researchers thought that the professional swimmers, when they are competing, that their mind would be really relaxed, maybe thinking of like their favorite ice cream or something like that. I'm paraphrasing the story. And then they thought that the amateurs, when they were swimming, that they would be trying to think about the next thing that they're going to do with their arms and how they're kicking, etc. But it actually ended up being the opposite.
Mhm.
What they found is that the reason why the professionals performed the way they do is because they had a very clear frame of reference for what needs to happen in order for them to succeed. The
Mhm.
amateurs didn't. So they kept reinforcing behaviors or patterns that don't actually work. So they
Mhm.
didn't even have the feedback, number one, from coaches who were telling them like how to do the thing. And number two, they also didn't have a frame of reference in their mind that they were even doing the thing wrong.
Mhm.
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 And so after the training, it's 2 weeks of like a life-changing training. But then afterwards, what kind of environment are you in? Are you putting yourself in a place for feedback from people who know how to do it? Because
Mhm.
believe me, like I made friends during training, we practiced the techniques together. We also learned the same things at the same time.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's the difference of, are you putting yourself in a place where you can get mentorship? Where I shared this as a presentation during Mastery Mornings one day, where mentorship is kind of like the difference of, you could go to the gym and do exercises, but if you don't have a mirror, the mirror being mentorship, how do you know your form is wrong?
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so powerful. I super resonate with that because mentorship has 1,000x my life and get me being able to have what I want to have. And I thank you so much for bringing in that example of like amateur to a level of mastery, like someone who's a professional athlete, you're in a level of mastery. And you
Mhm.
guys created mastery mornings to help practitioners. And you guys have something very exciting called the Mastery Method program. And I feel like, I mean, am I accurate in saying like it is to help people who are practitioners who might feel like a bit amateur-ish in their practitioner-ish, or like maybe it's like I've done things, but I definitely don't feel masterful
Mhm.
in this craft. And so it sounds like that is who this is for, taking those who are like not yet at the level of mastery who want that.
Mhm.
Very well said. The image I have in my mind is like the person who shows up to the breakthrough session, they're like, at the end of it, oh my gosh, it worked. Like, surprise.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And like the client goes home and they're like, "Ah, did it really work? Was that like, were they just being nice and telling me it worked?"
Yeah.
Versus the congruency of like, even before the breakthrough session, it's already done. We just got to go through this
Mhm.
because I know what's possible, not because I have the tools or the techniques, that's part of it,
Mhm.
but it's because you know that you could trust yourself to get the result. And that's not only in the breakthrough session, but that's also in life.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just think of like if you're going in to get surgery,
Mm-hmm.
like how do you want your doctor to show up? Like, well, I sure hope this works. Like, thanks for trusting me. I really means a lot that you're just like, oh, get the point. I want the guy that's like, you're good. We're done. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Enjoy your nap. You're going to see you on the other side. You know, like that is the congruency with which we our practitioners are going to come out of here knowing what the fuck they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
standing in their power, and knowing that every single time they're taking these clients to transformation because this work works.
Mm-hmm.
There are infinite paths to the light. We found the one that lights us up.
Mm-hmm.
So we know it works. We're absolutely we are convicted in that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're passing that down to our participants.
So
It's
who
transcending trust in self trust in tools to trust in self that we're really
Mhm.
doing.
mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So who would you guys say the Mastery Method program is for?
It's for the master practitioner who is trained in NLP and likely also has a lot of other modalities that they're also trained in as well, where they also not only want to become confident in the breakthrough session, but they want to be confident in their methodology as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That being said, I know that this is something that both of you can speak to as well. This is not for everyone.
Mhm.
We actually had a recent conversation with someone during an interview, and I held the line on whether or not this was a path that they were actually committed to. The path being whoever they needed to be to actually get what they say they want.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They were still, with love, and I say this, rationalizing and like trying to grasp onto the how.
Mhm.
But we all three, four of us know here that the how is going to be so much more magical, so much bigger than we think it can be.
Mhm.
And it's our dream to get the clarity on what it is we actually want.
Mhm. I think another piece, it's for the practitioner that wants to turn this into their business. For
Mm-hmm.
me, we are the mentors I wish I had.
Mm.
Like I wish someone would have guided me on high ticket sales. You've got to see Chloe on a sales call.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's going to teach people high ticket sales. It has nothing to do with scripts, but like actually causing transformation on a call.
Mm-hmm.
Things I wish I knew when I first started, when I was just like, oh, well, I'm going to take you through 26 steps. I was like I was trying to sell,
Mm-hmm.
the steak, not the sizzle, right? Like I was not in the place where I could even run a business, no business savvy, nothing. And so I stumbled for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so to be able to give that business knowledge, to give that sales knowledge, to give how this is how you would structure this business
Mm-hmm.
and support them in 6 months, turning it into something that can be easily a six-figure business.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I light up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll say is this is for practitioners who want feedback. There's going to be multiple touch points of opportunities to grow. And so if it's someone who thinks that they've got it all, this isn't going to be the program for you. But if you are open to feedback from over 300 breakthrough sessions,
Mm-hmm.
thousands of hours of mentorship, not just the round robins from ourselves, but from our mentors. And I'll share that I even sat down with the the main teacher, the main trainer of who teaches NLP to teach breakthrough sessions in a specific step-by-step curriculum. So all this to say, like if someone's ready to grow, we are going to provide you with everything you need to bring to fruition what you have been seeking. But this is not just more information, this is mentorship, this is refinement and transformation. So, are you willing to become that person you say that you want to become?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really the full embodiment of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can you guys speak to the kind of transformation that you've witnessed? For I know this is the inaugural Mastery Method program, but you guys have been running Mastery Mornings for, gosh, almost there. We're at
A
like
year and a half,
50. So yeah, yeah. I was like, I can't even know how
almost
many
Next
calls.
16.
one is 6-7.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh my
I
God,
mean, you
yes.
guys have been running this call for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, what are the kind of transformations people are getting from being in the space, from being in your mentorship?
Um,
Just on this free call that we
Mhm.
have every Tuesday morning, people are coming in and they're showing up for themselves, and they're showing up in community. They're celebrating each other. They're lifting each other up. I see people connecting and sharing their own resources. And I think, and then also, Lisa, I'll hand it off to you to do Action Lab. But we have on Thursdays we have like our even more committed double down people that are showing up Thursday mornings for Action Lab. They're getting even more out of it.
mhm. One of the things about Mastery Morning that I love the most is the we become masters as we support others. There's a 7 minute hot seat coaching, and we do 3 people. And in those sessions, we've watched people get so much clarity in 7 minutes. Like we hunters, little Pikachu sharks of finding the baggage. What is the root of the problem? Helping them let it go, and like take action on that business they were waiting to take action on. We had a book club where Kyle led $100 million offers by Alex Hermosi. And so many people launched their $100 million offer. So it's just like, it is that we could read books all day long, but the community, and it's just like what the people taking steps from last week. Every week there is just transformation on transformation. And that's on our free call.
How does someone know when they've outgrown a free space and they're ready for like something that you gotta pay? Like how does one know like, oh, maybe I'll just do the free thing? Like how different is it?
Well, the free thing's probably always going to be juicy, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's like when you're ready to embody your next level of being, like who do you want to become? If you have a bigger goal and it's time to stretch, like you don't need to do that alone. And in fact, when I have tried to do that alone, it doesn't really work out very well, which is why I'm so grateful for these two standing on both sides of me. I am definitely a bigger, better, more aligned version of myself because I've been challenging myself in community. So if you're ready for the next level, it's like, are you ready to stretch? Are you ready to show up? Are you ready to really get devoted to the vision of who you want to be and what you want to do in the world? If the answer to any of that is yes, then like let's go.
Yeah.
100%. And just in case someone's like, wait. You said Mastery Mornings and you said Mastery Method program.
Mhm.
Mastery Mornings is going to be our weekly mastermind / community accountability community. This is our free call every single Tuesday, and there's a little presentation. It's like 5-7 minutes to spark inspiration. Then we have the hot seat coaching where you get to witness change in real time. And then a little bit of action, like a taste of Action Lab.
Yeah.
And for those who decide to be Mastery Morning movers, they also get Action Lab plus book club, which adds another layer of engagement, not just engagement in community, but like Kyle said, engagement with being who they want to practice becoming.
Mhm.
And then Mastery Method program, that's going to be because not everyone is a practitioner for Mastery Mornings. The community tends to be coaches, business owners, entrepreneurs, and artists.
Mhm.
Does that
Yeah.
seem?
Yeah, that hits me.
Yeah. And then for Mastery Method program, these are practitioners, coaches who are trained in NLP at the master practitioner level at least.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to answer your question, like how does someone know when they want to go from free to paid? It's for me, what it has been for me is how fast do you want to go?
Mm.
Because you're going to pay in time or money. And so you could do free things all day long. Like I have paid ChatGPT, or paid Claude or I have my paid AI so I can go faster.
Yeah.
And AI spits out ideas for me all the time. For me to actually execute on them, I have mentors. I have coaches. I have people by my side, like these guys, making sure that I do the things that I say I'm going to do. And that is the difference, is like when you invest financially, something changes inside of you
Mm-hmm.
and that up levels you. Like the up leveling comes from the inside. It's like, whoo, we've all been really, yourself included,
Mm-hmm.
like highly invested in our growth.
Mm-hmm.
And when we invest financially, there's something monumental that happens.
Yeah.
Something too, I don't know if this is the place for it, is we had the privilege of running a beta version of MMP a few months ago, last year, and Brittany got to be our beta student.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to be sharing your testimonial here shortly, but for those who haven't seen it yet and are listening on the podcast here or watching on the podcast, how would you summarize where you were before and where you were after? Because I know it wasn't just because Lisette's going to be doing round robin, I want to like also join. There was also something else at stake for you
Mm-hmm.
that caused you to ask to be a part of this
Mhm.
and not just like be a part of it, but to be a student.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I felt really grateful to be a part, to be a beta tester, be a part of the magic. And I'm a master practitioner and I have a lot of other tools. And I felt about the breakthrough. I was just like, I have received many, know the power of them. As the facilitator of them, wasn't having fun, you know? And I was just like, and feeling like not the most confident, not the way I'm confident in the other modalities that I'm trained in and the other places where I just really fucking trust my pussy. I was just like, oh, here's 26 steps, you know? And so to be able to experience it, to witness other masters in their craft, to be able to watch it, to be able to ask questions, I just learned so much at a deeply unconscious level. And the next breakthrough that I served was just heads and shoulders above my congruency, my belief in myself, my belief in the technique, knowing how to cook as opposed to bake. And I just felt so much more resourced in that offering. And so I was so grateful that I got to experience it. And it was such an up leveling.
Yeah, thanks for being our beta test. We're like, oh, we're taking this to the street.
For sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I'll add here too is that depending on when you listen to this, there's likely to be, if any, maybe a couple of spots left for this inaugural experience. And this is something that from our last meeting, it's likely to be an annual thing. So this is not something you want to, if you do feel called to it, procrastinate your dreams, your success
Mhm.
for one more year.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, for those who are interested, when is Mastery Method program? If you're interested, how do you sign up? Do you just add to cart? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, so the retreat portion, because it starts front loaded with the retreat, that's May 18th through May 22nd off the coast of Oregon in Depot Bay. So you'd fly into Portland, Oregon. And we are taking interviews just until, Chloe, remind me what the last date is on interviews?
I want to say it might be the end of April. So we are accepting everyone. I think I've mentioned that a couple of times, but it's because the caliber, the practitioner that we know we can serve and is going to be the biggest ripple effect for their community has to be met usually by all three of us in an actual interview.
Mhm.
And so if this is something that you are excited about, book an interview with us. We'll put the right links in the show notes.
Mhm.
And the interview itself, we have received text messages, voice notes from practitioners who, even if they don't move forward, they thank us for the interview
Yeah.
because they have so much more clarity on who they are and where they're going. And what I also love about that, from someone who is absolutely enamored with sales being a vehicle for genuine service is that we get to provide a space for conversation that gives someone the opportunity to actually get closer to their truth, whether it's moving forward with MMP or not. But I can promise that you're going to leave that call closer to who you want to be and where you want to be going.
Yep. The 20.
Either way, there's only like 1 or 2 spots left, so like don't wait.
Yeah. If you feel
We're
inspired.
so excited for this group too. So freaking excited.
Oh, we got aces. We've got aces. The group is looking so spectacular. So we've got aces in the group. You definitely want to be in the first cohort. If you're hearing this after we're done with interviews, get on our waiting list for the next one.
Well, I guess I have one kind of like final question for all of you. So like whether someone's a practitioner or not, what would be your advice for someone who wants to create transformation in their life?
Lean into the courage of it. It's not going. I don't think fearless is the target. I think courage is the target, and like
Yeah.
that absolute candor that it just takes to like really honestly look at yourself. And if you're prepared for or just willing to try that piece of it, then the next piece is like find community, whether it's this one or another one. That's been the biggest critical factor for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Community is beautiful. Because when you first start changing, one of the harder parts is the truth about growth is that people start to fall away when you start changing your patterns. And so it's important to find people that want to rise up with you and are willing
We
to.
actually talked about this in the last time I was on this podcast with you. That was our topic was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I'll share is that if someone is seeking transformation, 2 things. Number 1 is remembering that personal development, it's even more valuable and more powerful in community. Because yes, the internal work is happening within you, but because our relationships and even the cashier at the grocery store is going to mirror to you certain conversations, little tidbits or behaviors for you to further get activated in such a way that requires you to grow. So you can't just like grow in isolation. Personal development requires community. So put yourself in communities where that's the standard. The other thing would be to give yourself permission to actually claim what you truly desire. Because when you do that, you get to come to the truth of, well, if I don't have that now, there's some work to do, which is going to require transformation. So many people withhold from themselves, myself included, where it was like, it would be nice if, or that would be really cool if, or I like that idea versus I want that, I'm going to go and get it.
Yeah.
Once you claim it, it's like, universe is like, okay, here you go. Deal with this. And that's where the transformation happens.
Guys, it has been such an honor having you here. I love you and so excited for all the people that we get to serve together on Tuesdays for the Mastery Method program. So thank you again for being on our podcast. We love you.
Love you so much.
Love you. Thank you.
Yay. All right. I am cheesing ear to ear. I love those people so much.
I know.
They're
They're great. They're incredible humans and fantastic friends and fucking world-class practitioners. And I feel so grateful to have been served by all of them.
Yeah. You get spoiled being in this vicinity.
I am here for the best of the best, and I don't settle for anything less than the best. So if you are someone who wants the best of the best, you're ready to up level yourself, like, come on down.
Yeah.
Like, come to Mastery Mornings on Tuesday if that's what calls to you. If you're like, I'm fucking ready to like fucking let's go, take it up a notch, apply for Mastery Method. Like, yeah. I mean, if there's a spot left, schedule the application.
If there's a spot left, they're going fast. Spots are going like hotcakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hotcakes sound good.
Ooh, should we have some hotcakes?
Let's have breakfast for dinner. Okay,
Yay.
I'm just hungry.
All right. Let's go somewhere. Ooh, chicken and waffles. Okay, never mind. All right, where were we? What were we talking about? Oh, okay, yes. But wait, this still is a call-in question show.
It is.
So if you have a question, give us a call at 971-895-4111, or you could DM us a message at Honest Feedback Podcast on Instagram.
Until we meet again, be honest with each other.
Yeah.